Ahoy, 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 Polloy, and welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. In this podcast, we look at the local music scene here in the Susquehanna Valleys, from Danville down to Northumberland, up to Williamsport, Lock Haven State College, back down to Lewisburg, Selinsgrove, and Sunbury. We have a thriving local music community, and we are going to delve a little deeper into some of the artists and bands that make this area one of the hot music spots in the state and country. So again, welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. I'm your host, Michael Lundy, and for the next little over an hour, we're going to sit down with Celtic Wood Wires, the area's premier Celtic band, one of the area's premier bands in general. They've been together since 2018, but post-pandemic have been making a huge impact on the local music scene here in the Susquehanna Valleys. They have a huge fan base, and they are doing a monthly residency down at the Moon and Raven Public House in Williamsport, but they are playing all over the place, not only during the St. Patrick's Day month, but also throughout the year as well. So without further ado, we're going to talk with Celtic Wood Wires, Carl Finnerty, Sandi Finnerty, Shelly Whitnack, Billie Jo Shank, and Michael J. Miller make up this ensemble. We're going to chat with them after they play us in with John Ryan's Reel and Tell Me Ma here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. That was great. That was Celtic Wood and Wire. Celtic Wood and Wires.
Yes.
I am here with Celtic Wood and Wires, and you just heard John Ryan's reel with "Tell Me Ma," which is off their album. Not "Shut the Back Door," correct?
That's correct.
That's correct. It's not "Shut the Back Door." It's "Close the Back Door."
If you ask a certain publication.
No, be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it.
Well, welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour, and as you've heard, we are here with Celtic Wood and Wires. It's plural. I was schooled yesterday, and Celtic Wood and Wires has a very profound history in the annals of the Rec Room Radio Hour. The first song that we played on the show was Celtic Wood and Wires. So it's great to have you guys, and you're going to be the first interview that we have. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me over here to record in your studio. So let's go around the room. This is not like an icebreaker thing. Or you can make it an icebreaker thing. You know, say something nice about the person directly across from you. We're going to go around the room from my right to your left, or whatever it is, and we're just going to get some names to put with voices, and we can go from there. So first up is
Shelly Whitnack.
And what do you do in this fine ensemble?
I play the fiddle, play a little bit of ukulele, a little bit of vocals, and yeah, that's about it right now.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Nah.
She has a lot of it.
She has a lot of it, yes,
fiddle,
yes.
A little bit of ukulele.
Next up is
Carl Finnerty.
Okay.
And I play the Bowron drum, and just a very wee bit of vocals.
Oh, finally somebody speaking Irish.
And I handle the business affairs for the band.
Whoa. Well, we are going to talk about that at some point, because you guys are really making a big splash, and I think that comes from the majority of the talent in the band, but also you're pretty savvy with that kind of stuff. So, but you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything nice about the person directly across. No. Next up, we have
Sandi Finnerty, and I play fiddle, a little bit of mandolin, and some vocals.
Okay.
She's also one of the founding members.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
Next,
Michael J. Miller,
what's the J stand for?
John,
Okay,
my father's name,
good.
and play guitar and sing and play Irish bouzouki.
Okay. We're gonna talk about the bouzouki, not the bazooka.
Yes.
Both are lethal weapons, but one has the least effective maximum range. So, and then last but certainly not least,
Hi, I'm Billie Jo Shank, and I play penny whistle. Now, I started on silver flute and self-taught myself penny whistle, and I'm still working on Irish flute.
okay.
And I do have something nice to say about the person across from me.
Uh-oh.
She is my sister.
See, you beat me to all my little talking points. Go ahead. No, absolutely. Come on, this is good. So the person directly across, who is Sandi,
Yes,
sisters.
yes.
So say something nice about your sister. Okay, moving right along.
I have so many things. I was actually trying to pick something for my list.
Oh. Well, when you think of something, you let us know, and we'll just stop, and you can say something nice about your sister.
Okay.
Okay. All right. As you can tell, there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of laughter in this band, and I've known them for just about a year and a half, and just a wonderful group of people. So, why Celtic music?
Oh boy, that's a pretty big answer. I think
We got time, brother.
I know. I think it kind of started with me and Sandi.
Now let's clarify for the listening audience. You guys are
We are married.
significant others.
Yes, we were married.
All right.
And probably just a few months after we had gotten together, still dating, I took her to, I forget which we went to first. It was either Celtic Fling down at the Mount Hope Winery near Lancaster, or it was Lorena McKennick concert in, was that her? That was in Reading. And it was one of the two. And so explained to her the style of music that I prefer more than other music right now. So we started going to different different shows of various genres of Irish and Scottish music, from the traditional to the Irish punk, Irish rock, all different kinds of bands.
The Irish heavy metal.
Yeah.
Irish reggae?
I
No?
don't think we've been to
Okay,
Irish
all right.
reggae. There's a few bands out there like that. But she never shared with me that she played, since she was a very little girl, the violin, and depending on the genre, it's the fiddle. Till we were dropping off her daughter at school in Philadelphia. On our way back, we stopped in New Hope, Pennsylvania, walked into this music shop, and they had an electric violin there. And that she spotted and kind of fell in love with. And then she started telling me about, how she's been playing for so long.
And you hadn't known this at all?
Had not known it to that point.
And you'd been dating for how long?
Gosh, a year?
Dang. You really held that one close to your vest, didn't you?
I think it was.
It's okay.
I think it was 6. It was less than a year. It was less than a
you
year.
held it close.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Now, why did you do that? Are you because
Because I really hadn't played for a very long time. Once I was playing symphony when I graduated from college.
Wow.
And when I had my son, my last child, it was just really hard for me to go to symphony and sit and play while I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stopped. And then my son had a lot of health issues, and having 3 young kids and driving kids all around and being the taxi driver, it was hard.
Yeah.
So the violins kind of got put in the closet and later sold. And so I didn't really play for a very long time until my younger brother got married.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 12 years younger than I am, and asked my sister and I to play in his wedding. And so at that point I went and bought another violin, and my sister and I played in his wedding. And I really didn't, the only time I really played was I would take it in. I'm also a teacher, and so I would take it in at Christmas time, and I would play at Christmas time, and sometimes I would play at church, but not very often. So I wasn't really playing very much at all, and I didn't want to have to play in front of him because I wasn't. I didn't see myself as very good.
But she's very modest.
So so you didn't just pick up the violin. We'll call it the violin until we really start talking about Celtic music. Then it becomes a fiddle.
Right.
You didn't just like pick up the violin and teach yourself, because if you play in the symphony orchestra, I don't think they take self-taught people. Did you study violin?
Yeah, I started playing when I was in 3rd grade.
No kidding.
And I have always...
Oh no, I was getting to you.
I have always admired her drive and ambition.
There we go. Something nice about. So, but that implies that. So, are you a professionally taught musician as well?
No, I started playing flute in the band as a 4th grader. So I was 9, and then I was in band growing up through my school years, and played a little bit in college, and then I put the flute away. But I was paper trained, so I read music.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they call that.
Oh, okay, good. So for clarity,
We are owned by your paper train.
So I read music.
So happy you're paper train.
yes.
You're gonna edit that out.
That is golden.
Certain things cannot be undone.
That's going to be part of the podcast's description. Talking with paper trained musicians.
They're paper train.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. So, so you guys, Sandi and
Billy.
I'm still thinking of the paper trains. So Sandy and Billy, you guys have been playing since you were wee lasses, correct? Okay. I just want you to know that Sandy's trying to take charge of this whole proceeding.
That's Sandy.
Yeah. Now, you had said that you played in a symphony at one point, correct? Somebody else in this ensemble plays in the symphony, and that would be young Shelly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
tell us your...
I've played the viola. Actually, started Williamsport School District, had an amazing music program. Still does have an amazing music program, and third grade was when they started us. I remember somebody arm over my shoulder picking out, you should play viola, and I think they needed a violist in their little orchestra, school orchestra, and then I played viola since then. So then I did go to school for viola and studied classical and play in the Williamsport Symphony now, and play in any local symphony that I can play in, no matter where.
So you're like a journeyman viola player.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Pretty
yeah.
much,
Yeah.
you'll...
It helps to play the viola because they always need violists. So you usually end up playing for every group that will hire you.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But you've also done some session work for some local artists, have you not?
I have.
Yeah.
Just recently played for Leo Armbruster on his new album that's coming out, and that was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do this style of music that I have always wanted to do but didn't know how to do. And so the last few years has been a transition for me to learn how to improv a little bit, learn how to write out some of my own charts, and that was really the experience with Leo's new album coming out. He pretty much said, "Here's my song, and can you do a counter melody, with it and play along with me?" And so that was a great process, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
So,
And he's a great guy.
yeah,
He is a good guy. So we have three members of the band who have started playing their respective instruments when they were, wee lasses. So let's talk to. So you play. It's not the drum.
It is a drum.
Well, it is a drum, but what's the real name
The
for it?
actual name of it is the Bowron.
Balron.
Bowron, I guess, is the easiest way to pronounce it, which is, it's spelled Bodhran. You get Bowron out of that. So, and again, it's the Irish language and the pronunciation. But it is one of the two instruments that came out of Ireland. The other one's the harp. And so,
I did not know that.
yes, yeah.
I thought the harp came from heaven. So.
By
way of
Ireland. Is
Ireland.
heaven.
Walked right into that one, didn't you?
See?
Okay.
But yeah, that's one of the two. The Bowron came about in the early 1900s. It started out literally as a basket bringing crops in from the field. And then whoever, back then, they decided to start using a stick to bang on the bottom of it. And the bottom is made out of skin. Obviously, typically goat or lamb skin. There's some other styles out there. But somebody started banging off of it, and it's evolved into what we have today for that type of drum.
Now, did you pick that up when you were 3 years old?
No.
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 So how did 3-year-old Carl go to?
So 3-year-old Carl didn't have anything to do with any type of instruments, and I forget how old I was.
Maybe that's why you were afraid to play the fiddle in front of him. I didn't have a background.
I think she knew how much I appreciated music when we got together. Very young, I tried piano lessons a couple of times, and I didn't like the teacher. She was mean, so I stopped doing that. But my adult brain tried to learn how to play the guitar about 10 years ago. I picked it up, then I tried again 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and my brain just couldn't wrap around it. But I found that if I could keep a rhythm and keep a beat, that worked for me. So I decided to, and this is even before the band started, I ordered the drum, and most of my lessons were all online. And how it got started. You know, just follow the online lessons from the Online Academy of Irish Music, and she got me a membership with Mickey Stewart, who is a phenomenal drum player out of Nova Scotia, who she now lives in Scotland, and just following their lessons.
Cool.
And finally, this past summer, 4 of us from the band went to Swananoa, North Carolina. I was able to take some in-person lessons from Anna Colleton, who's a phenomenal ballroom player.
So that begs the question: do you consider yourself paper trained?
I consider myself video trained. There are there's some paper out there that I can follow.
Okay.
Because you do learn that, especially with what I learned this past summer with Anna. But my ear hears the beat of the music.
Mhm.
That's how I play.
So you need charts with the chords and everything on them. So.
Yeah.
You need to know what
yeah.
key you're playing in.
No, yeah,
All the good
because
drummers do.
We do, and I tune that drum, especially if you're around in a session. I'll tune it to what you're playing.
That's right.
No, there is no tuning for the
I-
drum, obviously, because the weather and the humidity have havoc like every other instrument.
Yeah.
But you do tune it to that sound that you want,
Yeah.
and
Cool.
it works. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
It looks like
So-
it. You guys do. You seem like you have a lot of fun when you're on stage. Last but not least, how about 3-year-old Michael J. Miller?
Yep. Been playing a musical instrument probably in one form or another for about 60 years. Not counting the time I broke into my neighbor's shed who had some clarinets and trumpets in there, and me and my cousin went in there, and we got in trouble, but I was only 5. But it was fun. That kind of hooked
So
me.
breaking and entering didn't really
No.
go into this. I
Hey,
mean, yeah.
he had it unlocked. We were 5 years old.
The door was unlocked. We walked in. That might hold up in a court of law. But go ahead.
Anyway, so I started out with violin, played for 1 year, parents divorced.
Because of your violin playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I got a guitar, basically.
And the rest is history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, But I've been a music lover for all my life,
Yeah.
and singing baby, so Mama said, and just really enjoyed the folk music scene early on. Bob Dylan, Ramblin' Jack, Pete Seeger, all of those early folk singers from the East Village. Is it the East Village?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
what
good.
started it for me.
Good. So the question of the interview is, do you consider yourself paper trained?
No, I'm YouTube certified.
There you go. Now I know you're paper trained.
I am paper.
You are paper trained. Right?
I read the dots.
There you go. Well, lucky. Okay, so we've got a background on, and it's interesting how you all kind of came to this point, because your wheelhouse is more like rock and pop and stuff like that, Carl. Correct?
It's changed. I grew up on 80s music.
Yeah.
Arena rock, hair bands, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. The 90s came around, the Pokes came around, Flogging Molly,
Mhm.
Dropkick Murphys, a number of other Irish punk, Irish rock bands. And I still listen to a lot of so many genres.
Mhm.
But I guess with age, the traditional has surpassed all that for me. So I still do listen to the other stuff, and we do go see those other bands. But I tend to, drift more towards the traditional sounds now. So
Well, we don't want to leave this young lady out. No, we don't. She's like, yes, you do. So Billie Jo. So you are paper trained on the whistle and all that. What are some of the, that's not a very prominent instrument to have a lot of influences, but is there anybody that's kind of your influence when it comes to the flute and the whistle and that?
Well, I love to listen to the Dubliners,
Okay.
and like Sandi had mentioned, Kate Rusby.
Okay. Well, good. You're doing fine. Don't worry about it. All right. So why don't we give Billie Jo a chance to come down from this interview high that she's on, and let's hear another song from Celtic Wood Wire. This one is one that was written by Michael J. Miller, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when Celtic Wood Wires completes this song. So let's give a listen to these guys.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Have friends all around me, well known far and wide. I had me a wife was to walk by my side. She ran off with a rover and left me alone. I turned the page over to start on my own. So I've gone to the devil with cheaters and pigs. Lots of pretty women, made lots of mistakes. So if you fancy me, darling, don't come back for more. I kissed last night's woman and closed the back door. Living by myself helped me gain self-control, but without just a little peace, I'll have an empty soul. I'll shut that child against the tide, kick against the pricks, and wind up in Devon, babbling fiddlesticks. I've gone to the devil and cheaters and pigs, but lots of pretty women made lots of mistakes. So if you fancy me, darling, don't come back for more. I kissed last night's woman and closed the back door. Woke up last night to lightning and hail. Outside was that rover, wagging her tail. She ran right in and kissed my face all up fine. I closed the back door so she won't get out. 'Cause I'm gone to the devil with cheaters and pigs. Lots of pretty women made lots of mistakes. If you can't see me, darling, don't come back for more. I kissed last night's woman and closed the back door. I've gone to the devil with cheaters and pigs. Lots of pretty women made lots of mistakes. When you fancy me, darling, don't come back for more. I kissed last night's woman and closed the back door.
Close the back door, Celtic Wood Wires, plural. Great job, guys. Good job. So you, Mike, you wrote that song, correct?
Indeed, yes.
You did. And there's somebody wagging a tail and closing the back door. What's the song inspiration for the song?
Well, I have sort of a hobby horse, as they say, in songwriting. I tend to gravitate more to dysfunction in relationships, and sometimes pulling out of it, sometimes not, sometimes total collapse. But this one here is one where he finds a little bit of peace at the end. You have to listen to the whole song because it sounds like
Well, we just did.
I kissed last night's woman
Ooh.
and close the back door.
Salacious. Oh.
So yeah, it sounds salacious,
Yes.
but
Oh, gosh.
the more you go,
Are you guys family? Like you guys are family oriented though, right? Family friendly.
We are.
I mean, family friendly band.
95% of the time.
Because the other song you wrote on and also that song is your title track for your album,
yes,
Close the Back Door. And the other song that you wrote for that album is Have a Little Drink. So I'm wondering where this whole songwriting thing for this band is going. The
It's hard to
salaciousness of
say.
the title track and Have a Little Drink.
Some of my professors used to say, Miller, you've got a wide-ranging mind, because they would read one thing one week, next week they would read another thing, another, diametrically opposite.
Mm.
So that's what you get, I think, and
So
therefore I am.
songs about drinking and salacious behavior. Does that reflect what the band's about? I mean, is that no?
No. And again, just like Mike said, we cover different lifestyles. People can relate to all the different songs, and whether it's country music or Irish music or rock music, you're gonna hear a lot of that stuff. You're gonna hear the good times and the bad times and things like that happening. But at the end of that song, the dog comes home and he's happy.
Yeah, see,
So-
that's it. The dog doesn't die in the song. He comes
No,
back. It's all
exactly.
good. So, so we've established that this is a very family-friendly, very jovial group of people. How did this group of people get together and be so jovial and family-friendly?
So, like I said earlier, Sandy's one of the original members of the group, even before me.
And how long has the group been together?
I guess technically the beginning of 2018.
Okay.
Sandy started out with a duet with a previous guitar player vocalist for the band. Like I said, it started out as a duet. They did some holiday shows, and then led into doing some performances for St. Patrick's Day 2018. And that's when I actually joined in with the Bowron on St. Patrick's Day of 2018. So, and it's just grown from there. That same year, Sandy and I got married, and we had asked Billy to play the flute for our wedding. So from that point on, we hooked Billy and sucked her in.
So Billie Jo. So it being family, like a family-friendly band, is because your family. What's it like playing in a band with your sister?
Well, she's very supportive, and I love to spend time with her, and this is a way that I can spend time with her.
Good. So,
But the music is so fun to play.
it is.
It's happy music, and this group is a fantastic group of people, and they uplift your spirit, and there's something very therapeutic about playing.
You sound like a fan. Well, you are a fan.
Yeah.
You have to be a fan.
You have to be a fan of your
You have to be a fan of your own band. I mean, well, good. So there's no like sibling rivalry or anything like that. There's no like she got more stage time than I did or something like that. Nothing like that.
No,
Good.
not at all. But
Yeah.
sometimes she has to turn up a little loud.
Well, we all do. It doesn't have to be your sister to do that.
I love you, Sandy.
Well, Sandy, what's it like playing in a band with your sister?
It's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We probably a good thing / a bad thing is that we can look at each other and know what each other is thinking.
Ooh.
Yes.
So that's a good thing, but at times also that can also be a bad thing. So, yeah.
But you know who appreciates it the most? Their parents.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, really?
The times when their parents show up to see a performance, they're just smiles the entire time.
Are they slapping people like, that's my daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely
All right.
They are. Yeah.
So now, Shelly, do you consider yourself a sister
Oh
with
yeah,
these things?
definitely. We're sisters from another mister for sure.
And Mrs.
Yeah, and Mrs. Yes, and Mrs. Yeah, yeah, definitely. We clicked
Good.
right away. Sandy and I actually went to school. Well, we all went to the same high school, but didn't know each other really at all. We were all kind of a year.
So you weren't
apart.
hanging out in like the same gang or anything
No,
like
and
that?
it wasn't until we all moved back here that we got to know each other.
Walking down the hall, synchronized steps, snapping their fingers, chewing gum?
No,
Nothing like that?
Nothing like that.
No, we were both, Shelly and I were very quiet in high school. So
Really?
she played on the other side of the symphony that I did. I played a violin one, she played viola, so she was on the other side of
So
me.
you're playing in the symphony at the same time?
Yes,
No
symphony,
kidding.
high school symphony orchestra.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Hmm.
So we really didn't, we knew of each other, but we didn't really know each other because we were both shy and
Yeah.
so.
So you kind of canceled each other out. That's too bad. But technically, that it'd be like phase one of Celtic Wood Wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah. Okay, so we're 2018. Oh, hold on, we have a question from the.
I think we would be remiss if we didn't bring Backhouse Cafe, coffee and tea.
I think we're getting
Oh,
to
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, well, that's
You
where
like to plug things. I've noticed that.
that's where I came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We'll get to you in a
Yeah,
minute.
okay.
Okay, so it's 2018. She's playing duos and
Yeah.
take it. And we've established that everybody gets along.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I jump in,
Yeah,
St. Patrick's
okay.
Day 2018.
That's right.
We do a few shows. Yeah, and we were getting.
So you're still a three-piece with the player to be named later. Okay.
Up until July. So from March till July.
We're still in 2018.
2018.
Got it.
We're playing a few shows around different places, trying to decide, do we really like this? How much do we want to do? Where do we want to go? And I don't know that we had any idea the path that we were going to go at that point. You know, it was just getting together for fun, getting to play out, playing music that we really enjoy. And it started getting, I guess, more involved, and that's why after the wedding, we asked Billy to jump on board with adding that additional sound for the tin whistle and the flute.
So now you're a four-piece.
Now we're a four-piece.
Now you're a four-piece.
As of July of 2018.
Okay.
So we're playing, like I said, I think like once or twice a month, different places, and most of our shows were down around the Gettysburg, York, Harrisburg area. Just because we were very new to the Williamsport region. They're not really used to a lot of bands in the genre that we play. You know, a lot of people here enjoy the classic rock and blues. That's what Williamsport's known for. So we were traveling quite a bit, including our practices. We were all down around the York area. And then things really started ramping up for 2019. And like the beginning of 2019, especially the week of St. Patrick's Day, we were getting booked pretty solid. COVID hit. So that put the stops for us, and just like every other band and performer and everything in the world. But we still continue to practice. We would still get together. 2020 came around. Things started lightening up with the restrictions, and some places, even though the recommendations were still for quarantine and masking and everything, some places were opening up, even though they probably should not have been. Once that happened, we were trying to get established with a few other festivals and a few other shows around the Williamsport area. We had some changes in the band, and just some differences of opinion on what we should be doing, if we were ready to play different venues or not. We had a number of people that were asking for CDs every place we were playing out, and we didn't have one at the time. So some differences of opinion. We had to supplement some players, and one of our guitarist vocalist we went separate ways with him, and that's when so it was the summer of 2020, July and August, when We asked Shelly to come on board and asked Mike to come on board.
I think it should also be noted that I lived at that point, for 2018 and 2019, I was living near Gettysburg. And our guitar player also lived down in that area too. And then I moved back here. So our guitar player lived 2.5 hours away. So it was also really difficult for us to practice. It was a challenge. And we wanted to do more with the band, and it was very difficult when we didn't live together.
Now, when did the session? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's what I was going to get into, the sessions.
All right.
So
Thank
that's how we got to get more acquainted with Shelly, number one. The Moon and Raven Public House, they were hosting Irish sessions. What was it, once a month? Or
Yeah,
was
about
it
once a month.
once a month. And when Sandy was here from the Gettysburg area to visit, we would go over to the Moon and Raven. She would join in with the session, and got very acquainted with Shelly. So that's how their bond got brought together, where we eventually brought her on board. And then Michael showed up at a session with another musician, and we're like, wow, this might be what we need. And that's when the changes happened and Michael came on board. So summer of 2020, some really positive changes happened for the band.
You were the only one that got a wow, Mike.
I know.
So are you like are you the glue? Are you the glue that holds the whole thing together? Is that your role? Is that your burden to play in this band?
Maybe an egg wash.
So that brings us up to your current lineup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And so post-pandemic, you guys have really taken off. So tell us about that, because you guys are booked pretty much all year now.
We are, and once Shelly and Michael came on, we were booking. When you look back at it, 30 or so shows a year, and that's throughout this region down to the southern part of the state. And then it was the spring of 2021, because of so many people asking for a CD, we decided, well, let's go and record a CD. So we included the two of Michael's songs at the time, Close the Back Door and Have a Little Drink, along with some very well-known Irish and Scottish and a couple of Appalachian tunes and songs on that album. So obviously since 2021, when we were able to put that album out, whether it's a CD or digitally streaming around the world, that's what has helped to get us, like you said, booked pretty solid at times. Yeah. And again, we only have so much time. 4 of us still work full-time jobs. Mm-hmm. So there's only so much that we can do with playing out and having the time to do that. So we do keep ourselves pretty busy. Obviously, when St. Patrick's Day is coming around, we refer to as St. Patrick's Month, because we do get pretty busy. That's getting more and more busy, and more requests to have us playing in different venues around.
Do you guys enjoy being as busy as you are?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's a great break away from our real life jobs.
It's tough to be as busy as you are. So it's commendable that again, you guys, when you're playing on stage, the camaraderie and that whole I know what they're thinking thing kind of comes through, and you can see that kind of evolve over the last year with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we get together weekly, unless there is something where one of us is out of town or something comes up that we can get together. We are typically practicing once a week, sometimes twice a week if we're leading into a show. And it's because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And right now, this is not a job for, at least I can say for me, and I think for most of us or all of us, doesn't feel like a job, because we're enjoying playing the music.
Yeah. And so you rehearse once a week. Been working on new stuff,
We
new
are.
material.
Yep, we are working on some new material.
Okay.
We have been talking about one, possibly 2 albums, and
Sweet.
starting to record. We're kicking around, starting to record the beginning of April, maybe. And one will be another one that's similar to Close the Back Door. It'll be traditional music. It'll have some of Michael's originals on it. And there's some more in the time since our first album, some more fun, toe tapping, foot stomping, dancing, reels and jigs that we really want to put on the next album. You'll have to wait and see what it is.
Okay. So can we have a little taste of some of the stuff that you guys are, the new stuff that you're working on? Something you just like to play?
I think we can do that.
All right. Cool.
So yeah.
So this is Celtic Wood Wires. That's just gonna throw something out there for us to listen to, and we'll find out what they're gonna play after they play it. We'll be right back. Whiskey Before Breakfast, another song of debauchery and moral turpitude. So, but it now, that's right, medicinal. That's right, purely medicinal, to get the humors flowing. Correct.
That's right.
Yes. Now, not a traditional Celtic song. I mean, we started. The first song you played was traditional Celtic, and then one of your compositions, and then this kind of in the triptych of songs that you've done today. This kind of wraps it all up in an Americana bow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So Irish, Scottish, and Appalachian.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, is that because the settlers from those areas kind of went to Appalachia? I mean,
Yes.
so okay.
Yeah,
Right.
the Appalachian music, and there's you can find a lot of history on Appalachian music originating out of the traditional songs out of Ireland and Scotland and the Celtic nations.
Do you think that's why people relate so much to what you guys do?
I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's even though a lot of it's about some sad times. There's so much of it that even the sad songs are fun to dance to and stomp your foot to.
Yeah.
It's just a happy kind of music.
Because you guys have a pretty good fan base. I mean, even in the last year, it's it's grown pretty well.
The more that we've been playing, especially 2022, and looking at what we're doing for bookings for 2023, the fan base is growing significantly over this past 2 years. So yeah, we appreciate it, obviously.
What do you attribute that? Because it really has grown. I mean, I don't follow your stats as much as I should, but what do you attribute it to?
I think that it's different. It's also, people come and they see us and they see how much fun we're having, and they also feel that fun, and they're tapping their feet, they're clapping their hands, and it just makes them have that good feeling, and so they want to come back and get more of it.
Yeah, a lot of these, especially the songs, people have heard before, and they didn't realize where it's come from. Especially the more well-known Irish songs. And then they're like, oh, really? And they're singing along with us and dancing to the music, and they're finding out, well, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
So.
And you can see men in kilts.
That's right.
There's a visual I did not need. Yes.
I remember in November when we played in Moon and Raven, there was a gentleman that came up and talked to us afterwards, and he said he came tonight not knowing that we were playing. And several times he said this was a slice of heaven. And it made my heart feel so good that's how he felt, and that we are spreading that joy.
Yeah. So you guys have pretty much a residency now at the Moon and Raven, is that correct?
We do. The Moon and Raven Public House here in Williamsport, they decided they needed to add that piece of that real feeling of an Irish pub. And with talking with the owner, Chip Roush, and his wife, Erin Roush, they needed that piece of it to make it feel like you're actually at a pub over in Ireland. So that's why he brought music back to the pub. And starting this past November, we started playing there. We're doing one night a month, and the crowd is growing. The number of reservations are growing. We started out completely unplugged other than our vocals, and because of the number of people looking to come in now when we're playing there, we've got to get our whole sound system set up.
So you have the back line of Marshalls and
the whole thing, just like you'd see,
like the big wall of sound that the Grateful Dead had.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
No.
So they'll be able to hear you not only in the back of the Moon and Raven, but also maybe like in South Williamsport.
Probably they will. Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, we don't play to blow everybody's ears out, but people want to hear us.
Yes.
They want to be able to have their conversation while being able to listen to our music. And it started out where Chip wanted to have the music right up front. People that just wanted to be there for the band. People in the middle were the background music. They could listen to us, enjoy us while they're having a conversation. And then all the way in the back where they didn't have to worry about hearing the music. They could be there for dinner and a nice quiet time. Well, that has evolved into so many people wanting to come. We've got to plug in. Yeah. But we're there once a month at the very minimum right now. The next time coming up is going to be January 21st. Most of these shows are going to be Saturday evenings. There's going to be a few Friday evenings thrown in there somewhere, but Saturday evenings from 7:30 to 9:30, and people stay for the whole show because they're having such a good time. Yeah. So the Moon and Raven it's becoming our second home.
Well, I think for a venue in this area, there's not a better. You guys were made for that venue, and that venue was made for you guys because that really. I don't know if the term is ubiquitous in Ireland, but in England they have the knees up. At the pubs where everybody gets together and sings, and your drunk uncle staggers in and sings his version of Adeline or whatever. Yeah. That's what the Moon and Raven is when you guys are there. It's like a little knees up.
Yes, and that's what we're bringing. That's the whole point of our band. We're bringing that sound from Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all the Celtic nations, and what they do in the evenings in the pub. They don't sit and watch TV all night. they're going out to socialize, and they have their kids there with them too. They're not sitting there getting drunk, obviously, but they socialize rather than sitting in front of TVs and on their devices, staring at their phones and tablets and all. That's their social time, and there's people coming in a trad session in any one of these little villages and towns in all of these nations, getting together to play music and have fun. And that's what we bring a piece of. And the Moon and Raven is just, like you said, the perfect place for us to do that.
Yeah. So somebody besides the Moon and Raven, where else are you guys playing coming up here in 2023?
So the other thing, and we can't leave them out because they've been so gracious with letting us have session twice a month. And this has been going on since, oh my gosh, I think we're going into more than 4 years.
Yeah.
More than 4 years now.
Wow.
Backhouse Cafe Coffee and Tea in Williamsport. They're at the corner of West 4th Street and Maynard. Just a nice little, I shouldn't say little, it's one of the original mansions in Millionaires Row in Williamsport, converted into a coffee and tea house. And they've been fantastic with having us play there twice a month. So the second and fourth Fridays, starting at 6:30, going till at the very least 8:30 in the evenings. We're there for a traditional Irish session where any musician can come in and join in and play this style of music. And all levels of musicians are welcome, from the very beginner that has no idea what they're doing to the very well-versed and experienced musician. So we've got to let people know about that, because they've been fantastic to us.
I plug it every week on my show.
Yes, absolutely.
We love it when new people
Yes.
come.
Yeah.
And the people coming just to listen, that's been growing also, because they're now finding out, hey, this is really cool, what's going on there.
It's nice to have a listening audience, because you had mentioned the Moon and Raven. People are having a conversation, they're on their phone. The backhouse sessions is not so much a knees up, but it's a listening room. There are very few people on their phones for the sessions.
That's very true. That's very true. And it's not a formal show.
Right.
So it's not nonstop music. It's not nonstop music.
Right.
We're chatting in between the songs and tunes that we play, trying to decide, well, what are we going to play next? How do you play this? How do you do that? What key are you in? Just going back and forth, and very informal, very laid back for anybody to come in and hang out with all the other musicians.
So your monthly residency at the Moon and Raven, the twice a month sessions at the Backhouse, and what else you got coming up?
So, and more coming in besides what I'm going to list off for you now. Obviously, with our music, St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Month, March of every year, we really get busy, and it's actually at the point where we're having to either unfortunately bow out and saying we're already booked, or maybe give a referral to another band from somewhere out of the area. So Friday, March 10th, from 6:30 to 8:30, we're at the Backhouse Cafe. That's going to be not just a regular session, but our band doing a show there. Other musicians are welcome to join in like they did last year. Saturday, March 11th, we're back at the Moon and Raven again for a monthly show. That's 7:30 to 9:30. Wednesday, March 15th, we're doing a private show, private party at John Ryan Brewery in Williamsport. Thursday, March 16th, we're at New Trail Brewing, and that's going to be from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. that evening. That's going to be their St. Patrick's Day party. Friday, March 17th, we did one of the local school districts last year, this past 2020 or 2022. We did a show for one of the local elementary schools. We may or may not do that again. We're waiting to find out. That evening, we're going to be back at Bald Birds Brewing in Jersey Shore. And this is going to be our third time for St. Patrick's Day there, besides all the other shows we've done there. That's 7 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day. Saturday, March 18th. That one, we're still finalizing the details. It's confirmed we're going to be there, but we've been asked not to release any of the surprise what we're going to be doing on Saturday the 18th in the afternoon. It's going to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, I can tell you that. There's going to be probably 4 or 5 other bands involved, downtown Lancaster. And then that evening, we're doing another party for the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Cumberland County Division in Camp Hill from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. that night. We're just finalizing some details with Vineyard, Springgate Vineyards in Harrisburg. They're going to have us there on Sunday, March 12th, it looks like, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., along with Irish dancers and some other bands.
So who gets you for like true St. Patrick's Day? Who gets you for that?
Ballbirds Brewing Company in Jersey.
So that's
They
the
are
actual.
getting
So
us.
that's St. Patrick's
That
Day.
is St. Patrick's Day, and we've
Okay.
had some big crowds there, especially the past two. So yes, yes.
Well, and so if anybody wants any more information, where can they find you out on the interwebs?
So we have a number of places to go to. We do have our own website that we started January of last year. That's CelticWoodWires.com.
It's plural, right?
Plural,
Wires.
Wires. Unlike when somebody says wire. Wires. And so, but we just kind of chuckle when we do it. CelticWoodWires.com. Also on social media, we are on Facebook. If you search Celtic Wood and Wires, we do have our Facebook page, which has been in existence now, I think, since the band started, like 5 years ago. We have our YouTube channel now with just a couple of videos on it. We plan on adding more, so if you search us on YouTube, and we are on all of the digital platforms. We have our presence on Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, and I can't think of the other ones. There's like 16 of them total. And then
Wow.
Instagram, we also have a presence there also.
LinkedIn,
We're not on LinkedIn.
MySpace.
I kicked around doing MySpace.
Okay, all right.
No,
you should
I
work
don't-
that out.
is anybody actually doing MySpace? in
We
here?
are. We have
Yeah,
one
okay.
follower. He's kind of sketchy.
We are setting up Bandcamp.
Ooh,
So I'm
very
in the process of getting that finalized. So we will be on Bandcamp. You'll be able to download our album if you want to, or stream the music, however you'd like to do it. But we are working on Bandcamp.
So we'll be looking forward to maybe a couple more albums in the discography then.
That's what
after
we're
this year.
planning
Good.
at this point.
Good, good,
So,
good. All right. Any words of wisdom? Any parting thoughts? Last requests. Starting with you, young Billie Jo.
Well, I've learned from this experience that one of the most enjoyable parts is that music brings people together.
Yeah. And you got and this band is kind of is you guys kind of bring that out. Yeah.
And there's no better feeling than seeing the audience clapping, tapping their foot, smiling.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're dancing, that's better than
That's the best.
that's what you get paid for. Well, good. Thank you. Mr. Miller, any last thoughts?
Yeah, I retired in 2019. In the last 5 years of my career, my mantra was quit my job, play my guitar. And I'll be jiggered if that's not what happened. And I'm very thankful because it's just added so much to my life. And 2 thumbs up.
Get to hang out with some cool people.
Absolutely.
Sandy, any parting thoughts? Last requests?
I'd like to thank you for being so supportive of us and willing and doing this and getting our name out there because
Right.
you're helping us too. So
Well,
thanks so much.
we do what we can. So, thanks. Carl? Or should I give you the last word?
I talk a lot. Give me
I was waiting the whole time to make a jab. I was like, oh, Carl. But I waited because I knew.
I get in trouble, especially from Sandy, for talking so much. But if you don't interact with everybody, though,
I have played places where the venue comes up and says, thank you for talking to people.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. You can't shut me
Yes.
up sometimes.
no. That's
And, all right. Any last words? Parting thoughts?
Oh, so you're gonna have me instead of the last one.
No, we're gonna get Shelly's gonna wrap everything up. For
So I guess what it is.
no pressure.
Sandy hit on it. Thanking everybody for being so supportive of us, because I think when we have an audience that's getting into what we're doing, it just drives us that much more to keep playing. And a couple of places that we play, the audience is so into it and just pushing us that, the last place we had like that, the Moon and Raven is a great example of it. People just want us to continue playing, and we'll play like in half an hour beyond when we're supposed to be done because we are actually having a blast.
Yeah.
So we've got to be able to thank everybody for supporting us, coming to our shows, all of our families, all of our friends, families for putting up with us when we have to do this instead of maybe being involved with some other event going on. So yeah, thanking everybody for being a big part of what we do.
Yeah. Shelly, you get the last word.
Well,
No pressure.
I would have to echo Mike and just say the same thing. I'm just thankful to be able to play music, and every once in a while you have one of those surreal moments like right before you start playing where you're just like, I get to do this, and I feel very fortunate and blessed, and I'll be doing it forever. So it's a pleasure.
I was having a conversation with another musician that's in a band, and he had said, man, it's great to have a group of, it's all guys with his band. He said it's great to have a group of guys that you just like hanging out with, and the second thing is you get to play music together, and it sounds like that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
So it has been my absolute pleasure to be able to sit down with Celtic Wood Wires, plural. We, as I said, they are not only charter members, but they are the original first song on the Rec Room Radio Hour when we started in October. So this will not be this is the first time we've interviewed them, but this will not be the last time. And we'll check in with them again and see how their St. Patrick's Month went. So on behalf of the Rec Room Radio Hour and WPXI, thank you guys. You guys did great. Thank you very much.
So, and last thing,
yes,
we did promise you when we do the new album, you get first shot at.
Thank you very much. That means a lot. That means a lot. Okay, we'll see you next time on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Thank you for devoting a little bit of your time to learning about the diverse and eclectic music scene here in the central Pennsylvania Susquehanna Valleys. From Danville to Bloomsburg, down to Northumberland, up to Williamsport, Lock Haven State College, back down to Lewisburg, Sunbury and Selinsgrove. We have a wide variety of local music artists, and we hope that you enjoy getting to know them a little bit. You can listen to the Rec Room Radio Hour each week on WXPIRadio.org, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And while you're at WXPIRadio.org, make a contribution to help fund and keep our community radio station strong and vibrant. Until next time, don't fret, stay tuned, and play nice.